everyone. This is your boy Oga Kwame, and you already know what time it is. Welcome to another episode, another edition of the OMG Show. Um, we're gonna talk about a couple of things tonight. Well, four things. The season is over across Europe. Well, the league season is over across Europe. We're gonna talk about Harry Kane and why I'm a little pissed about what's going on with him. We're gonna talk about Leicester City and Brendan Rodgers and how they're bottle jobs. Yeah, I said it. Brendan Rodgers, you're getting some smoke tonight. You're getting that smoke. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Manchester United versus Villarreal, the Europa League final. Why am I not talking about the Champions League final? Because I don't care. I hope you both lose. I already told y'all. What? 2 episodes ago. I hope you both lose because I do not give a rat's behind. Exactly. So let's get into it. This season was weird across Europe. It was very weird because the business as usual nature of other European leagues, it's not being like that. It's really not being like that. Look, I mean, we had in France, Lille won Ligue 1 in France. Um, Pochettino couldn't deliver the title at PSG. I mean, I know I was asking the question last week of whether to put him on fraud watch if he didn't win. No. We're not gonna do that because he did win two trophies. He won, I believe, Coupe de France. He won Trophée des Champions as well. And he slayed some giants in the Champions League. So I mean he needs his own dressing room. He needs his own players. He needs his own season. So I'm just gonna drop all that fraud watch on Poch Talk. In Spain, we had Atletico de Madrid, winning the league. Again, Diego Simeone, El Cholo, doing his thing in La Liga. Barcelona, Real Madrid, nothing. Um, and in Italy, I almost forgot about Italy. Inter Milan, they even wrapped up the league like what, maybe 3 weeks ago. And as much as I do not like Lukaku and how he left the club with the comments he said, I'm happy for him. He won the league and he's really doing well. He's really doing well in that league, and I'm happy for him in his career. The only place where the league maybe probably went, I mean the league title probably went in a business as usual fashion was probably in England. Um, but even then, the top four race was still it was very interesting. Liverpool barely made it, and as bad as Liverpool had it this season, again they finished third. They finished third, and it just pisses me off that they just keep finding ways to stay relevant and prove that they're actually a good team and that the coach knows what he's doing. Um, but let's see what they're like. Let's see what they're like next year. Manchester City again. They don't look like they're stopping. This is the fifth title in 10 years. It's annoying. It makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't deal with it anymore, and especially in light of the fact that they don't look like they're slowing down. They're probably gonna replace Aguero with Harry Kane. They replaced Ruben Diaz. I mean, they replaced Vincent Company with Ruben Diaz, top player. They replaced David Silva with Phil Foden, top player. Like they just keep they just keep moving, and it must feel it's very hard to deal with, honestly, as a Manchester United fan. But while we're talking about the whole Aguero leaving and Harry Kane probably replacing him, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the way Harry Kane has just put himself out there and pretty much hawk himself in the marketplace of European football and almost transfer list himself. I don't. It's almost irritating. I don't know if it's just me, but This is a player who has, okay, he's not the captain of Tottenham. He's not. He's too good Lloris. But this is a player who effectively is the leader at Tottenham. He has an active contract, 3 years left. And he's over here giving interviews with Sky Sports and Gary Neville talking about it'll be a pleasure to play with Kevin De Bruyne and and all this and I know I know he hasn't actively come out to force a move out of the club, but that just looks, I don't know, that looks suspect. It rubs me the wrong way. That's just how I feel, because, and the reason I feel that way is because the media is not going to give that kind of grace to another player that is not Harry Kane, another player who doesn't have the same skin color, another player who doesn't have the same the captain's armband of the national team, another player who was not born in the same place. Like, just these yet another evidence of the British bias. And it's just, I mean, the British media make it very clear that they protect their own, and that's just it. If you're foreign, they're gonna slander you, and if you're their own, they're gonna do everything to protect you. I just had to call that out, because I wouldn't let that go without calling it out. I refuse to do it. But moving on to Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers without the red sweatshirt, Mr. Rogers with, like, I don't even know where to start with Brendan Rodgers. Dude is a bottle job. Yes, I said it. Bottle job FC, bottle job Brendan. And you're going to talk about, yes, he won the FA Cup. Forget that. I don't care. I do not care about the FA Cup, because, you know what? Let's talk about the FA Cup. Had that goal not been ruled out, the Ben Chilwell goal, with the VAR decision, like, what, he was offside by his, armpit hair, shirt sleeve, VAR madness. Had that goal stood as it should have stood in regular common sense football, I don't think Leicester City is winning that trophy. I don't think if Chelsea manages to get that game to extra time, I don't think Leicester City is winning. But anyway, he won the trophy. I'm gonna put that to the side. What Brendan Rodgers has shown me, and what he has shown you, is that when it comes time to deliver meaningful results, meaningful achievements in the league, aka winning the league or finishing in top 4, he cannot do it. He cannot do it. He cannot be relied upon to achieve that goal, those goals. He cannot. 2013, 2014, the Slippy G season. People are going to talk about, yeah, Jared slipped. How's that his fault? Well, after that game, he played Crystal Palace and drew the game 3-3. Last minute equalizer. Is that Jared's fault? No, he bottled the league in that season. Period. He bottled it. Last season, he had top 4 locked down until the last 2 weeks. Bottles it. This season, he had top 4 on lock until the last, 2.5, 3 weeks. Bottles it. Out of the top 4 teams this season, guys, Brendan Rodgers spent the most number of days in top 4 this season. Yeah. Actually, out of the top 6 teams, Brendan Rodgers spent the most number of days in top 4, and he still couldn't finish top 4. That's how do you excuse that? Like, I'm surprised this dude hasn't gotten hired by Coca-Cola, because he bottles everything. Dude is a not everything, but I'm sorry. I don't trust Brendan Rodgers to manage a top club that has any ambition of winning the league or doing meaningful things in the Champions League. I'm sorry. Dude is so bad. I'm surprised. Look, I'm surprised Arsenal hasn't hired him, because, I mean, it fits right into their goals for the next few years, or for the last few years. Like, if Brendan Rodgers keeps going on in this trajectory, Leicester City's gonna have to change their name to, like, Vitamin Water FC or some shit like that, because he's just, I'm sorry, he's not it. He's not it, and he shown us the evidence. And this is not even you. You can't say that their team was weaker. Yes, they sold Harry Maguire, but they replaced him easily. They sold who else? What's his face? I mean, Riyad Mahrez was not even in his era. But my point is this: his team hasn't gotten significantly weaker. If anything, it's gotten stronger, and he still couldn't pull off a top four. But anyway, the last point I'm going to talk about is the Manchester United versus Villarreal game. And honestly, guys, I said I was scared last week. I'm still scared right now because this game, like I've said for the last 3 months, is a must-win, is a non-negotiable. Ever since we got into this competition, ever since we got disgraced by PSG, by Istanbul Basaksehir, and by Leipzig, ever since we got dumped out of the UEFA Champions League, I have said that this Europa League competition is a non-negotiable. We have to win it. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to sit at the table of European managers, if there is any kind of annual conference of European managers, Ole must win this trophy to even get an invite. He has to win this trophy before I can acknowledge him to be a football coach or a football manager. I'm sorry. Because he's just, we've not won anything in 4 years. We've not won anything in 4 years. Let that sink in, guys. And almost 3 of those 4 years I've been under this manager. So how do you excuse that? And we talk about the success we've had this season. I hear that. I hear you guys. I hear it. We scored, behind Manchester City, we scored the most goals in the league. I hear that. But guess what? As bad as Liverpool was this season, we conceded more goals than they did. As bad as Arsenal, as bad as Arsenal was this season, we conceded more goals than they did. What does that tell you? You can't hold it together. Yeah, we went the whole season unbeaten away from home. A lot of those games ended in draws. We didn't amass the most points away from home. We did not. You might think I'm a pessimist. Fine, I don't care. But I'm only pointing out details that we must pay attention to. While we celebrate second, we can celebrate second. I'm not doing it. But if you want to celebrate second position, well, let's put it in perspective, okay? Because in the last 3 or 4 years, if there was any season where we could have won the league, probably this one. Because nobody knew Liverpool was going to crash out like that with the injuries that killed them, right? Nobody knew Chelsea was going to be this poor with Frank Lampard. Well, I kind of knew it, but, Manchester City were not that good this season, really. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm not giving any kind of allowance on this one at all. Like I said, if he wants to be acknowledged as a football coach in Europe, if he wants to be acknowledged, if he wants to be invited to any European conference, you guys have jobs. You have in your respective professions. I'm sure you have like annual conferences. If there's an annual conference of European managers, football managers, Ole has to win this to even get an ID badge printed out for him. That's on period. I'm not negotiating that. And if he wins and gets invited to this conference, he's not speaking. He's gonna sit and listen to Pep. He's gonna sit and listen to the clubs. He's gonna sit and listen to freaking Diego Simeone. He's gonna sit down and listen to Zidane. Sit down and listen to Marcelo Bielsa. He's not speaking. Okay? He's not giving any lectures. He's not leading any sessions. He's just attending as a simple member of the European Football Managers Association or whatever. But anyway, guys, I hope I come back here on Wednesday with something positive, with a positive spirit. I hope I'm smiling. The game is not going to be easy. Villarreal they're not easy. Their midfield is actually pretty good. And I want us to play with Pogba and Fred in that midfield pivot. I do not trust the Freddie Mac insurance company. I want Rashford on the left. Why? Because Juan Foyth against Arsenal, he ran that right channel. He ran them ragged. and I need Rashford to pin him back. And in goal, I need David De Gea. Henderson is trash. Yes, I said it. He sucks. He is not United quality. He needs to go back on loan to Sheffield in the Championship. And the defense, Maguire is out. I don't think he's gonna play, but I want Eric Bailly and Tuanzebe in that center back. Lindelof is just not good enough. But anyway, guys, that has been your OMG show. I think this is the 6th episode. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to engage you in debate. I know you probably think I'm wrong on a lot of things. That's what this is all about. Opinion. Until then, until next time, I'm your boy, and I'm out.